3 in a row in the win column for Jacksonville State soccer team. They're now 3-1 on the season. Last weekend, 2 road victories, winning at Jackson State and at Alabama A&M. And I know Coach Julie Carlson, you're very happy. You've won 3 straight. 2 shutouts last week. So defensively, you played very, very well.
We did. I mean, there's still some things we're trying to work on. But, you know, I think the confidence is up. You know, we're finishing better chances. I mean, we're definitely – the belief is there, the confidence is up, and, you know, we're much more of an offensive threat than we were last year. And that's taken a lot of pressure off of our defense as well.
Going back to the week prior when you beat Georgia State, could you tell a difference last week, a little more confident your bunch was going out there after that win?
Yeah, they were more confident. You know, I was a little disappointed with them. They didn't switch off, but they played down to the level, and I felt like, you know, they woke up a little bit, because if they weren't careful, they were going to let a team in too easily and back into the game, and so they needed to put the game away. I mean, there was a weather delay, obviously, at Jackson State. I think during that rest period, I think they regrouped, because they were a totally different team when they came out to finish the game. We had so many more chances in that 39 minutes that were created, that were dangerous. They were, you know, we were just much more of a threat. And, you know, even though we only finished 1, you know, we didn't have to defend as much. And so that made a difference. Going into Alabama A&M, you know, it was a good victory. We were able to play a lot of people. We were able to look at a lot of different people so we can give them some feedback on areas that they need to improve and rest some people. And so, but the fact that we were able to finish chances, put the game away, you know, we did generate a lot of offense, but we still need to finish more.
Austen Stoelting is the defensive player of the week this week in the Ohio Valley Conference. She helped with the 2 shutouts, but she also had the assist on the second goal that she scored in the 2-0 win over Jackson State, then had a goal at Alabama A&M, right?
She's playing defensive holding mid, and it's a role that she's been taught for the last 4 years. I think it's a very well-deserved award for her. I mean, she deserves anything she can get. And, I mean, she's, you know, a captain. She's a leader. She leads by example. She dominates her position very well. She's confident. And, you know, she had a good weekend. You know, her visibility, her vision, her distribution continually improves. And I think, you know, now being a senior and having so much experience on her belt, you can tell the sophistication level. It was a good finish against Alabama A&M. The ball she played into Courtney Hurt was a great assist. You know, it split their back line, and she placed it very well. And I think it's, you know, to compliment her, you know, I'm just excited that the OVC recognized her for that work.
All right, this weekend you're back on the road, head down to Troy. You don't play Troy. Can't renew that rivalry, but going to play a couple of contests down there Friday at noon, and then Sunday afternoon a couple of games in the Trojan Classic.
Yeah, we open the Trojan Classic at noon, and then there's another game Troy will play. I think it's Louisiana Tech for the second game, and then we have the last game of the Trojan Classic on Sunday. Troy doesn't have lights, so that's part of the early game situation there. But they are returning to us. For us going down there, that was the agreement, so they're going to come back and play us at home. But, you know, they've got a good facility. You know, we're familiar with it because we were down there last year, so I think that will play an advantage with our returning players, because we went down there and played very, very well. So I think they know what they're walking into. What
about you mentioned Louisiana Tech. What about your opponents this weekend?
2 different styles of teams, and, you know, 2 respectable teams. I mean, the competition will be harder than this past weekend, but I don't think it's anything we can't handle.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Keep it going.
Thank you.
Jacksonville State head coach Julie Carlson. Ladies, this weekend, Friday afternoon, Sunday afternoon in the Trojan Classic down at Troy. The OVC Defensive Player of the Week this week is Austen Stoelting, Jacksonville State senior from the land of the Hoosiers from Avon, Indiana. I'm going to go back. You got the defensive honor, helped with the 2 shutouts, but you also had the assist on the second goal in the win Friday at Jackson State. Then Sunday you came back with a goal against Alabama A&M. So offensively you were pretty good too last weekend.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. It's not in my position. I don't get a lot of opportunities to score or necessarily make assists or do things offensively like that. I'm primarily defensive role, so it was nice for me to get forward and be able to help in the offensive threat.
Coach Carlson talked about your pass to Courtney that set her up for that goal. Talk about that play and then also your goal against Alabama A&M.
Okay. Against Jackson State, it was in the last 2 minutes or so, and we were winning 1-0, so we were focusing on taking it to the corner and wasting time. And so we had the two wingers were out wide, and they were calling for it from me because that was the strategy. But since they were calling for it out wide, there was just this huge gap in the middle, and so I just decided I'd go for the goal instead, and I split the defenders and passed it to Courtney, and she was able to put it away.
And then at A&M on Sunday afternoon, your goal there. Talk about that play.
That was a cross from one of the outside backs, and it took a deflection, and I was just sitting at the top of the box waiting for it, and I just hit it one time, and it was like a little floater over the keeper's head.
Great. This weekend down to Troy, you don't play them, but you've been down there and played before, so you're familiar with that facility. Does that help playing Stetson and Louisiana Tech this weekend?
Yeah, they have a nice field. It should be both games should be really good games.
Be a little different than last weekend?
Oh, yes, definitely should be a little tougher, and it should help us when we move forward getting into the OVC.
3 straight wins. You're 3-1. And this, I know we talked before the season started. You were anxious to get it going your senior season. You got to be happy so far with the way things are going.
Yes, this is a good start for us compared to years past. So we're grateful to get 3 in a row, and we hope to end this weekend with 5.
All right, a couple of questions here before we let you go. Your iPod, somebody took it away from you. What would they find that you're listening to on your iPod?
Mine consists mostly of country music, but I'm pretty eclectic. I like all sorts, rock and rap and everything.
Eclectic. I'm not sure I can spell that. Country music artist, who's your favorite?
Ooh, I like Rascal Flatts. They're pretty good.
Are you listening to that before a game, or what's your preparation game day? What are you doing before the start of a contest?
I don't have any superstitions or anything. I just get ready and then just hang out with the team. You know, we listen to music together and get ourselves psyched up.
All right. Congratulations on your award. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Austen Stoelting, Ohio Valley Conference Defensive Player of the Week. She and the Jacksonville State ladies this weekend taking on Stetson Friday and then Louisiana Tech Sunday afternoon in the Trojan Classic.